Alrighty, good morning, fellas. How are we doing? What's up? What's up? You ready to shiny hunt? Because I know that I am. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Good morning to everybody. We got one of my favorite games in the background over here. It's getting a little dim, though. That's okay. Music is cranked. How are we doing today, fellas? We're at Delibird still, starting at 6,250 encounters. We'll see how many encounters we can get to. We're going to burn through Leppas and just do a bunch of shunting today. That's the goal. Same goal as yesterday. We'll see what happens. Didn't catch what shiny are you hunting, Delibird or Jynx? I prefer Delibird, but I'd be really happy with either, man. I think I finally took my girlfriend's advice. She was like, sweetie, I see you break down every day. I see you in pain. Why don't you go hunt a shiny when you got no I don't know why she turned into, New York. She told me to go hunt a shiny that has no fails. So here I am. I would love either of these shinies, similar to like the Wobbuffet Lickitung spot. I love either. I do have a more of a preference here. I prefer Delibird, but Jynx is a great shiny as well, if I'm not mistaken. Let's double check the Jynx shiny. I haven't seen it in a while, so why not check Reno it? But I'm pretty sure it's pink. Yeah, Jynx shiny's fantastic. I'd be very happy with either, but I'd prefer Delibird for sure. If I got Delibird, I would leave this spot. If I got Jynx, I would stay for Delibird, if that makes sense. But I still, like shiny Jynx. Maybe one day I'd be back or get it. I'm not hard hunting for shiny Jynx is the meme, but it's a great one. Hey, Pat, how much did it cost to make your shiny Scrafty PvP ready? I got lucky with a shiny strategy a few days ago. That's a really, really good question. Like, how much Pokeyen does it cost on average to make a shiny Pokemon competitive? It really, really, really depends. It's a really boring answer. I would say like 2 to 5 mil is the general guideline. It really depends on the species, really depends on how many times you're gonna have to breed it. Man, it just depends on so many things. Like my shiny Scrafty, I'm pretty sure my shiny Scrafty was more of an expensive breed because it came out naturally 3x31, so I had to breed with like 2x31, so it cost a bit more. I do have a video, I wonder if it's out yet. I have a video, I don't think it's out yet, but I made a video showing the cost and showing the breeding and the XP training and EV training of my Scrafty. So I do have a video on it somewhere, but I think it's not out yet. I think it really comes down to like, are you gonna have to do 1 or 2 breeds in terms of like how much a shiny PvP Pokemon's gonna cost? Like, do you like nature rolls? It comes down so much to nature rolls. I think generally on average, it's gonna take the person an average of like 2 breeds to either get nature or breed nature on, get the right IVs. Like for a Scrafty, you want 20 plus in HP, attack, defense, special defense. Speed can kind of be skimped. It depends on the build. If you're going bulk up Scrafty with Drain Punch, speed can be skimped. If you're going Dragon Dance Scrafty, speed can't really be skimped, right? Scrimped, yeah, shrimp. So I think that's the general rule. Depends on how many IVs you have, depends on the nature, how many natures are optimal for that mon. What can you kind of... It's really expensive to get a perfect shiny. Not many people are doing 5x31 perfect nature shiny comps. It's just so, that's like 50 mil, 60 mil. Like that stuff just gets really expensive. Most people aren't doing that. You can make most shinies competitive in like 2 breeds, which is like 2 to 5, 2 to 6 mil. That's really cool in my opinion. This is a good question. Are strings bannable? Anything that's ever posted on the forums and has been like any sort of mods and stuff like that are always either, if they are bannable, they're taken down by the devs. So maybe if you see something that's been posted for less than a day on the forums, I can understand that, oh, maybe this isn't safe, but anything on the forums downloadable is safe, is the meme, as long as it's been up for like a little bit of time where the devs could have had a chance to take it down, essentially. FYI, Pokeforce's 19 strong staff roster was released on the forums. No, 19 strong? Dude, I would love to do an interview with some of the staff. That is a bigger, I mean, the PokeMMO full staff is definitely bigger, but the PokeMMO developers, I guess a really interesting question would be how many, is that open to, I mean, I assume if you have a list, we should just check that out honestly today on stream for sure. I'm curious how many of those are developers. Hey Pat, a few questions on shiny flipping. Do you ever just flip a nature? How much does the price go up if, let's say, 15 plus all stats? 15 plus all stats, I'd argue, don't matter for the most part. If something is 20 plus in like 4 to 5 stats and then 15 plus in the other, that can matter because someone might be willing to go buy that to risk the roll up, if that makes sense. So if something is, let me keep shunting. If something's like, if you have a Magikarp, for example, Adamant Nature, 20 plus HP, attack, special defense, and speed, but it's missing the like defense. Let's say it's like 15 plus defense, right? Someone may have a Mon that is like 25 plus defense, or even 31 that can like brace or let it roll or risk the roll, and Everstone the nature. Like, so stuff like that can be relevant, but that's gonna be a case-by-case basis. That just takes like time and knowledge and practice to understand, I guess, when that matters, understanding all the Pokemon. It's a great question. Nature, do you ever just flip nature? I don't think I normally just flip nature because I feel like there's not enough margin usually, but it's a good thing to watch out for. Nature really matters on shinies. It's an interesting question. Since a shiny is, this is another question. Since a shiny is guaranteed 31 IVs and at least one, breeding predetermines IVs. Can you ever breed a shiny if it doesn't have at least 131? Can you never? No, you can definitely just breed the shiny. Like, you can definitely just breed as normal. Wild encountering a shiny guarantees the 31 IV, but similar to like if you egg hunt for a shiny and you're just breeding shit Pokemon, which is what most people do to just get the shiny faster, breeding shit, and the shiny comes out, it'll just have the shit IVs that the parents had. It doesn't like, egg shinies don't get that guaranteed 31, for example. It's a good question. It's a common question. I remember asking that question because I was like, do eggs get a guaranteed 31 too? Like, how does that work? And yeah, it's a great question. I bought a shiny to breed with my own, but this shiny I bought is already 25 plus in all competitive relevant IVs, and it's UU. Should I just keep it and find another shiny to breed with the original? Ooh, that's a tough question. I mean, arguably, I bought a shiny to breed my own shiny, but it's already competitive ready. It's tough. The argument would be like, is there something that if there's something that your shiny can do to improve that shiny in some way and make it your OT, probably yes. But if like you're breeding that shiny and you're not improving the Pokemon, you're not improving the comp, and you're only spending that amount of Pokeyen to like make it your OT and make your, like, I probably would just, I would like, if you could flip, like, is that one you bought flippable? I would assume so. If that's the other question, I would like resell or flip the one you bought and then try to buy one that's not as good but still improves it and makes it competitive ready, if that makes sense. I know what you're talking about, like buying like too good of a Pokemon for the breed, and then it's sort of a waste of money to go through with the breed, if that makes sense. It's a legit complicated question. All right, while we are shiny hunting here, let's go ahead and cover the new Pokeforce released an official staff roster. Now, we don't really know these people too much. It's some of them, I know like Alicia by name, and I know that they're a RuneScape player, which is cool to see one of the head developers be, the studio director be a RuneScape player. It's always good news to me. Let's jump into these people. I don't know much about them, but it's cool to see how many of them are, how many staff members there are, what jobs they have, what roles they're focusing on, etc., etc. So let's jump into it. We've got the studio director, Alicia. It's a good chance for us to meet these people. Studio director, Alicia. Game director, Captain Lavender. Manager, Ketsu. Sorry for any butchering of the names. Just a little art to get a little glimpse into their personalities. We've got a manager being Kesho, and then a manager being Sherlockapie. Love this name. This is also posted by Sherlockapie. We've got Sherlockapie, the manager. Operations, I wonder what this entails. We've got Tristan. Game programmer, Pixel. I feel like I've seen this person around. Pixel. Game designer, Jack. Game designer, Tater McTater. That's a good sign, fellas. We've got moderator lead, Drunk. Alrighty. Moderator, Aben. Okay, Abenbag doing this, Pog. Moderator, Mage. Moderator, Kupo. Community guide lead, Emma. Community guide, Fizz. Community guide, Lynn. Community guide, scroll down, Mikiyu. Community guide, Professor Ikai or Eki. And then community guide, Bimo. I've seen the name around. Love the little Bimo. And then community guide, Muzi. Or sorry. Staff trainee, Muzi. So think it's like, what, 19 staff members in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I lost track. I think it's 19. 19 staff members in total. Kind of cool to see. How many, like, developers of the game? There's not that many developers, it seems like, but I could be wrong. Like, three developers would be my guess. And then I assume all of this stuff is, okay, working on other things. So, I think they do have applications somewhere as well if you want to help work on the game on the Discord. But check that out for more information. But cool stuff to see. Oh, just a quick little Pokeforce update. Cool to see. Two developers, Ali and Pixel. Confirmation from Oceans. Oceans, what's your name on the forums, if you don't mind me asking? Dude, the 2012 market is going wild, German. 2012 is nearly at 300k at the moment. What the fuck? Not only that, so 2012's, and I was actually checking 2013's earlier as well. Let me get out of this horde and I'll show you guys really quick, or we'll just do this. All right, let's double check the market, fellas. I love checking it. It's like an everyday check now sort of thing. Cheapest 2012 right now is 225k. Wild. 225k. The next is 290. Pushing 300k after that. 140 listings have been made. Let's go ahead and check 2013 Pokemon, because these are also 95k is the cheapest, and then after that, which I kind of want to go ahead and buy, actually, it's a 1x31. I'm gonna yoink it. Fuck it, why not? And then it's 95k if I can flip it, pog. If not, you know, whatever. 125k. The cheapest 2013 is now 125k, which is wild. It's kind of tempting. I do think that market is being pushed up a bit now, pretty extremely at this point, Oso, but I could be wrong. We'll see. Yeah, 2013. Yeah, I think they're too much on the rise right now. I'm gonna let them chill. But yeah, 2013s were way cheaper. I was saying it for a while, man. As people get priced out of 2012 Pokemon, people are going to look to be interested in 2013s. Similarly to if you're priced out of base set Pokemon card collecting, you move on to base set 2 or evolutions. Evolutions has become really fucking expensive now in the trading card game scene because people are priced out of base set and base set 2. It gives them another chance or whatever. And even that's like expensive to collect now, which is crazy. I was shocked that people cared about evolutions as much as they did, honestly. I'm excited to see what happens with Pokemon and stuff, dude. Now that 2013 is ending, the price of 2013 could shoot up. Yeah, it's officially 10 years. Yeah, you're not wrong. Officially 10 years old. Not wrong. I might be able to push 10k encounters today, fellas. So make your bets wisely on whether I'll get a shiny today or not. Believers, where you at? Doubters, get out of the stream. I should be able to push 10k encounters today. We'll see, obviously, but that's going to be the goal for sure. Do you think 2012 Mons are a much better investment than the upcoming sealed event stuff, which was a very safe investment in the past? Dude, that's a tough question. What do I think is a better investment right now, 2012s or sealed? I think 2012s are probably the better investment if you can get them at a better price. Now, right now, at this very moment, as I'm recording, I think 2012s and 2013s are pretty high. I think they might, it's like the first like over spike. I'm gonna bet they go a little bit back down. Like I think 300k per is a little too high for 2012s so far. I think it might spike back down to like 150, 200, 250, 150 to 250k range. I think this is a little too, but maybe I'm right. Maybe there's just not enough being relisted is the issue. Like maybe, I don't know. We'll have to see though. We'll have to see how patient people are. If people are actually buying, maybe it does just go up from here. Yeah, it's really hard to tell. I think there might be a little bit of a plummet back down, and then slow rise, a more slow rise. I think it just spiked up too much too fast. But so maybe wait a couple months or so. I think wait a couple months, and I think or wait a couple weeks, maybe not months. Just keep an eye on the market. If any 2012 Mons drop below 150k, I think that's an easy pickup. But that's just me. Obviously, make financial decisions at your own risk. I'm not here to give financial advice. I'm here to give my thoughts, my opinions, my feelings, and maybe some information here, and then you guys make your own decisions based on that. So there you go. I appreciate the question. Yo, Patrouski, will my encounters change if I change regions? This is really important to understand. An encounter counter is essentially an external calculator. The game, PokeMMO itself, never tracks your encounters. The shiny rate does not change based on the amount of encounters you have. If you have 1 encounter, the shiny rate is 1 out of 30,000. If you have 300,000 encounters, the shiny rate is 1 out of 30,000. Your encounters are never changing. The game doesn't care, never keeps track, any of that stuff. An encounter counter is essentially if you were to bring up a Windows calculator and just uptick 5 each time you did a horde. It's to say it's just keeping track of your numbers. That's all it is. It doesn't actually impact anything or change anything. It's just a way to feel like you're making progress, even though you're not really, because shiny hunts inherently are what I call a fruitless grind, which means you don't see the fruits of your labor. You don't see any sort of progress until you get that shiny, which can be really demotivating. Imagine if it's even worse than like working out. Like exercise and going to the gym and working out is always the comparison for like long-term, stuff. Like you don't see results immediately, but imagine if like with working out you hit the gym, like imagine you had to hit the gym every single day for a full year and you never gained any muscle at all for a full year, and then after 1 year all the muscle popped up simultaneously. That's what shiny hunting is kind of like. It's really fucking hard to like keep going if you don't feel like making any progress at all. There's no pity system in Pokemon. It's very, very important. Pokemon does not care about your total encounters. You just got to keep trucking along. The only way to improve your odds if you are dry, the only way to improve your odds in Pokemon is to keep shunting. That is the thing to keep in mind. Does adding particles to a 2012 Mon drop the price? Like adding a modern stereo to an antique car. I love the analogy. That's a good question. I would argue no, but I would say it doesn't really increase the price too much either. I could be wrong. I don't think many people care about the extra particles, but I could be wrong. Maybe that's my perception. That's definitely a relationship between the specific seller and the specific buyer and what they care about. How many people really care about? I don't even like, personally, I don't even like particle effects on my shinies. I think it looks tacky. I don't like that. But a lot of people love that. A lot of people will like pay people money to put those particle effects on like the shinies they care about the most and stuff. So I like those limited particle effects, like the one you have to get via battling the pumpkin boss and stuff for that year. So it's gonna be a personal dependent sort of situation. Oh, 7,000 encounters, Pog. Do you gotta worry about anything at this shunt spot? I haven't even thought about it. I'm gonna be fucking honest with you, Troopster. I literally haven't even checked. So you know what? We probably should do a test horde then. The one thing to think about would be like recoil damage, Brave Bird, Double Edge, stuff like that could be. I probably don't want to false swipe the shiny. Oh, Delibird learns no fucking moves. Never mind. Present, Drill Peck. Could Present do any crazy shit? I guess is the scary thing, because could it do any like crazy shit? I know it could heal my Pokemon. What's Jynx got? Does Jynx have Perish Song? Is that going to be an issue? Perish Song is pretty fucking scary if it actually has it. That's actually something to consider. That's actually pretty scary if it has Perish Song. My Minccino has no damaging moves aside from Hyper Voice. I actually want to fix that because that's actually really bad. This thing needs some sort of damaging move that is targeted. That's terrifying. Return, maybe? I'll use a return TM, sure. This thing have max happiness? Okay. I'll put return on this. That's wild. We'll put that over helping hand, yeah. That's actually, 'cause I don't want to, yeah, that's actually a little scary. I'll waste a return TM. That's worth it. I know that cost me probably like 20k or whatever. Return's wicked cheap nowadays, actually. Never mind. I'll buy one for 2k. Fuck it. So yeah, worst case scenario, now with me doing Perish, or with it, actually, if it has Perish Song, it could still, Jynx is actually kind of a scary catch, possibly. Do I need Imprison? It's level, what, 30 something? I'm glad someone asked. It's lazy of me to not. I think it should be fine. I think it won't have Perish Song, correct? If it learns all these moves, I'm pretty sure it's going to be like... Let's test it. Let's do a test. It's always good to do a test horde, okay? It's always good to do a test horde. It's always good to do a test horde. Let's just do it really quick. I'm gonna pretend this level 30 Jynx in the middle is the shiny. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna return everything. Isn't it latest 4 moves? Yeah, usually. Yeah. But it's good to just test. It's good to double check. Doesn't hurt to just check. Heart Stamp, fine. Ice Punch, see what moves it has. Body Slam, that's fine. Para's kind of funny. Fake Tears, what does this do? That's the whole moveset. Okay, we're good. I'm just gonna, yeah, I don't even need to test, honestly, at that point, but it's good to, do I have a Para Heal? Do I have a Lum? Good to double check things like that. I need to buy more Lum Berries. How much are those right now? Like I'm always low on Lums. Yeah, okay, that's pretty cheap. Let's buy like 41. Give me 50. Yep. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's keep hunting, fellas. Hey, Pat, what do you think about paydaying while shunting? Paydaying while shunting can be good, not in hordes like this, but if you're single encountering, it can be fine. What I will say, I mean, it's technically inefficient. Like, objectively, it's inefficient, because what happens is when you're paydaying and shunting, you're having the amount of encounters you get per hour. So you're going from like 300 to like 150, maybe even 120. You're having the amount of encounters per hour to be able to get like 100k Pokeyen per hour. So that means if you have a money-making method that can make 200k or more, it's better to just shiny hunt and then go do that money-making method at different times versus slowing down your shunt to payday, if that makes sense. But at the same time, if it's fun for you and gets you interested in shunting and keeps you shunting, more power, you know, there's nothing wrong with more power to you. It may be just because something is objectively inefficient doesn't mean it's horrible to do. I've payday while shunted. Depends on the shunt, depends on the location. Like, it's a good thing to mathematically understand, but that doesn't mean it's bad. You know, whatever brings you the most joy overall, the most game enjoyment, that's what matters. So it's a cool option. It's a cool option. Is 31 speed a must for comp Starmie? I would say yes. I would argue 31 speed timid is, like, even back in like 2013. People knew how important 31 speed timid Starmie is. I'd say it's pretty important. It depends on the metagame. Outspeeding other Starmies can be really important. What Starmie's, is it 110? What Starmie's base stat speed? It is a weird one, isn't it? 115. In today's metagame, do you need a 31 speed timid Starmie? Let's check statistics. Let's see what statistics say. Timid at 93%. I would argue, I think speed is pretty damn important. I think 31 speed timid is pretty important on Starmie. IMO for sure. My donator status wears out soon. Yeah, 1 day left on the dono, fellas. Today's Thursday. Should I stream on Friday? Maybe I will. We'll see. I might stream on Friday. I probably will stream on Friday. I think Casey will be. I probably stream on Friday. We'll see though. We'll see. But gotta get that last day of dono use in there, fellas. Gotta get it in there. If I do stream on Friday, it might be an early stream though. That'd be cool to do, like a 10 a.m. Friday stream or something. Get the max, because it ends, the dinner test is gonna end at like 2 p.m. tomorrow. So if I go live at noon, I only have 2 hours of streaming. But if I go live a little earlier, I can see if I can get some more usage in. We'll see. We'll play it by ear, fellas. When was the last shiny you got under odds, Pat? Was Miltank under odds? There was the one Raticate that was under odds. Was Miltank at like 23, 24k? I think Miltank was under odds. Good question. Yeah. Pat doesn't get shiny under odds. I get him occasionally. Usually they're Raticates or shinies I don't want, but I get them occasionally. Like the last time I got a shiny under odds that I wanted, I think was Miltank. But before that was shiny Scrafty, I believe, which was a while ago. But that was a good one. Pat, why isn't there a purple Pokeball? I guess Master Ball, right? It's the only purple one. Yeah, I love purple. It's a great color. I wish there was more. I wish there was more colors of Pokeballs in general. Is there an orange Pokeball? Not really, right? Orange and purple would be sick. All right, here is 7515. Someone predicted this as the shiny horde. Nope. Better look next time. Have you ever gotten 2 shinies in one day? One time. Great question. I got a shiny Heatmore on Thanksgiving. Well, actually, it was technically different days, but it was within like 6 hours. I got a shiny Heatmore on Thanksgiving afternoon, and then a shiny Celio at like 2 a.m. the next day. So within like a really short time frame. That was the closest shiny I've ever gotten back to back for sure. Yeah, it's a great question. I don't really do my Dreamy runs anymore, which is a weird thing, but I've talked about this before. once you reach a level of wealth, a level of capital, like, it becomes not worth to do your gym reruns to some extent. Bringing in pure yen is nice, but you'd rather just do flips. Like, if I can spend 15 minutes shiny flipping, and it's going to take a couple weeks for that to sell, but once it does sell, it's 15 minutes of work for 1 mil Pokeyen profit. Like, why would I ever do gym reruns, right? Like, you reach a level of stuff where it's like, as long as you're fine, as long as you have enough capital to where you can like invest it in or throw it into flips and stuff, there's not really a point to doing besides like fun. But gym reruns can get really monotonous, so I'm glad to not be able to not have to do them. They're tough for stream content. I'm glad to be able to skip them. Gym reruns are still fantastic for mid-level players and even like early to, you know, early end game. Once you reach out, you'll definitely reach a point where it's like not super worth, but I'll probably do them still here and there at certain points. But yeah, great question. Anyway, Pat, I have an OT male Sawsbuck summer. If I breed it with a non-OT female Sawsbuck winter, will it become winter shiny? Holy shit. I have no idea when it comes to changing the seasonal versions of shinies, how that works. An unbelievably good question. I love getting stumped on stuff like that. If you find an answer, get back to me. If anybody else knows for sure. Dude, that is a very good question. Unfortunately, I don't know the answer. I don't know if it comes out depending on what season is currently happening. I don't know. That's a great question, man. Are there any Pokemon that are still Safari Zone only? I think Carnivine. It's a great question. We can get swarms. Carnivine is... Krogunk? Not quite. Carnivine is... There's Mons that are still like best to shunt in the Safari Zones. So for example, like Apom is the best. You want to shunt that in the Safari Zone still. This is such a funny thing to talk about. I'm so glad you brought this up, Mist. Someone asked what Pokemon are Safari only, and Mist said Castform, but only for old players. The reason being, this is actually ridiculous to me. Okay, so Castform is a Safari only encounter, but you can get one during the storyline from an NPC trade. However, if you're like me and you played Hoenn before they added in that NPC trade, you just don't get it. I went back to try. That's not how I believe it to be the case. I went back to try to get my Castform for this, and I had never gotten a Castform from it, and he just didn't have it. Didn't offer it. Maybe I got the Castform and I forgot about it, but I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if that's like a weird interaction or glitch that was forgotten. So yeah, for old players, you have to go catch Castform in the Safari Zone to get it for the Pokedex, and I had to go do that. I got really lucky on it, thankfully, but that was a pain, dude. That was a good one. Yeah, wait, that's the other. Yeah, wait, that's the other fantastic point, Mist, is that Castform wasn't in my Pokedex. I had to go to Safari Zone. So that means if I did just get the Castform before and forgot about the trade, it would have still been logged in my Pokedex, but it never was. So that means that I totally lost the trade. That's so funny. That's confirmation of it. Yeah, I forgot. So yeah, if you're like an older player and you played Hoenn before that NPC was added, you just lost out on the free Castform. So Safari Zone, we have to go for Pokedex completion. I wonder if it would be allowed for Twitch chat to play PokeMMO. Yes, it actually, I have a video on it. It actually is. That is one of the only bots that is allowed in PokeMMO is Twitch chat plays PokeMMO, which is really cool. Pat, what's your favorite appetizer? That's a tough question, man. Maybe like loaded potato skins. I'm a loaded potato skins kind of guy. Calamari's fantastic. But those are the top two that come to mind when I think of appetizers, for sure. Wait, someone brought up Pokewordle, and I'm so glad you did, because I actually love Pokedoku. Let's play the Pokedoku for the day, dude. I'm down. All right, now normally it annoys me that I can't read chat. Okay, I'll do it like this. That I can't read chat while I have browser open, but this is kind of perfect because then I can't cheat. But I can still see it. Don't tell me. Don't type anything, chat. Let me keep shunting. So this is Pokedoku, which is like Pokemon Sudoku. This is a really fun game. So I need to think of an electric fighting type Pokemon here. Already, I have no idea what the fuck that is going to be. Electric Bug. I've got some good things for that. Joltik, Galvantula. What do people think of more? Probably Galvantula. I'll go Joltik. You want to be as unique as possible. Only 20%. That's not good. That's kind of common if people are guessing it 20% of the time. electric fossil type. What? Steel fossil? I don't know what these Pokemon are. Oh no. I don't know anything. Like, the issue is, I wish Pokedoku had options. I don't know anything like Gen 6 Plus. I know so badly. I can't think of a single fighting electric type Pokemon. 8,000 encounters, by the way. That's kind of pog. Steel fighting. I don't know if I know a single one of that either. I'm gonna have to really think about this, or just Google. Eventually, I reach a point where I just Google. Now, fighting type Unova. There's a lot of good answers here. Girder is the one that I think of that people will forget. I'm gonna do that. 6%. That's pretty good. Not bad. Let's answer all the ones I can. Bug type in Unova. You want one that people will forget. Venipede, Scolipede, Whirlipede. It's Selgor. Forgotten Pokemon. 3.2%. That's a good one. Unova Fossil. There's only so many you can do here. Probably Tortuga. The turtle. Got the turtle and Archon. I guess I'd just go... There's only so many. I'm gonna go Archon, I guess. 28% is only so much you can get there. There's not that many, right? I don't know why. Yeah. Fossil's a weird one. What's a steel fossil type? The fucking Gen 6 guy, is that Fairy Dragon? I don't know a single steel fossil because it's Gen 6 Plus. Let's focus on the ones I can do. Bug Steel. Escavalier, forgotten about. Scizor was the easy one. 12% for Escavalier, understandable. Fossil Electric, Fossil Steel, Electric Fighting is really hard. And then Fighting Steel. Fighting Steel. I feel like it's cheating to look at this. Electric Fighting is really hard as well. Fighting Steel, I can only remember this because of the moveset. Lucario, right? Because of, I think of Meteor Mash and I think of Vacuum Wave. I don't even know if this is right. I don't know what other type. It's not Dark type, right? I'm pretty sure it's... I don't care if it's popular. That's all I can think of. I got it at least without Googling. I'm going to have to Google these as I literally don't even know if there are options that exist for Electric Fighting pre-Gen 5. Or Electric Fossil pre-Gen 5. Electric Fighting, I think of, is it Zeraora? But that's, I'm pretty sure it's pure electric, but I always think of that Pokemon as being Electric Fighting. Is it Zeraora? Zeraora? This Pokemon, but I'm pretty sure it's just electric, but I always think of it as Electric Fighting. I don't know Gen 6 Plus enough, man. Electric Fighting type. I'll think on it. I think my honest guess for this without Googling is Zeraora, but I don't think it's correct. Yeah, so I lost. That's okay. I'd rather take an honest loss than a cheated win. Now, I do have to legit Google these. I could try to think, but I'm never going to get these. I don't know if these... Oh! Bastiodon! Hard. 60%. I don't care. At least I got it. Electric Fossil. What's that, like, sun Pokemon? Electric Fossil. Regilecki's not a fossil. Dude, I don't know, man. I'm gonna go Regilecki. But it's a legendary. It's obviously not a fossil. Is this thing a fossil Pokemon? It looks electric to me. I have no idea. Is Heliolisk a fossil Pokemon? I don't think so, right? Yeah, I didn't know it. I just didn't know it. We tried our best, fellas. We failed today. That's okay. An honest. Let's show me some game stats. Dracozolt. Wouldn't have known it. Pawmot. I don't know it. I did pretty well for what was given. This is the most common guesses. Durant. I did forget about for that. Most common. People didn't put Scizor? But really? For Bug Steel, most common. Bastion, most common. I did pretty good. Least common. Galvantula. I put Joltik. I thought people would remember Joltik more. I was pretty close on that. Caracosta. Crustle for... Wow. Good one. Eldio. Palmo. Arcazol. Yeah, I wouldn't have known. I thought this guy was ice. Oh, is he ice electric or something? Or is he a fossil? I don't know the fossils. I didn't know. That's okay. Good. Not bad. What's the story on why your Quagsire is named Joyner Lucas? He just reminds me of him. I don't know. That's really it. I don't know how else to explain it. If you could be any Pokemon, what would you be? Probably, it's a good question. Probably Dragonite. I thought about Shuckle, but I wouldn't want to be that short and slow. I think Dragonite's a good one. Well-rounded, kind, tall, can fly. I hate flying though. The idea of flying would terrify me. I would just walk around everywhere as Dragonite. Yeah, Shuckle is literally the wine Pokemon, bro. Wine moms everywhere would love Shuckle. It stores berries in its shell. The berries eventually ferment to become delicious juice. That's literally just wine. That's how, like, that's, I don't know, man. Alcoholic Nintendo, that's all I'm saying. It's a dumb meme. Shiny Metagross just went up on the GTL. Randomly hatched. 133 mil. Pretty expensive. Damn. They must have just got this fresh. Yeah, they got it 2 days ago. That's pretty fresh. Is that a reasonable price? I'm not actually overpricing. I would say he's overpricing it. Generally, the way to price check like rares like that. So if it costs you 120 mil, 150 mil Pokeyen on average to get a rare shiny, usually you cut that number in half and sell it for that, because no one's trying to. Not many people want to buy that, and why would they? You know, obviously they're saving a lot of time to just buy it, but like, there's no one's paying 130 mil for like some random shiny Metagross. Like with IVs, maybe. Generally you cut that price in half for rares. Let's see. There's not, to be fair, there's none other listed, so like it's, I mean, it's, you know, it's as much as someone's willing to pay. What about Beldum though? Beldum for 174. Matang? There actually is a Matang. That's kind of surprising. Absol is a good example. 58 mil for this secret shine. Like that's maybe a little cheap, but it's hard to tell. Charmander is a good one to check. Charizard, they're in pretty. Okay, I'm surprised they sell for this much. It'd be such a waste to just, like, you know, yeah. Bulbasaur maybe 90 mil. Squirtle. Okay, you're not gonna see that many rares on the GTL, because why would someone spend 2,000 hours, 120 mil Pokeyen just to sell it for like 80 to 100? Even if you know, yeah, just you don't see it very often. Last year I thought, hey, maybe I'll get a bunch of alt accounts to have more roles at Shaman. A year later, I have 0 SINNOH alts done. Yeah, about that. Dude, SINNOH is just a tough region. I don't think you have to beat all of SINNOH, to be fair, to be able to do Shaman, but even then, dude, it's like, plus you have to do the 16-hour tablet grind on each of those accounts to even have that. That's the tough thing. Like, that's brutal, dude. Should I try to rush SINNOH before the Lunar New Year event? I have SINNOH and yes, yes. I would say everybody, if you don't have SINNOH done right now, get it done before the Lunar New Year event. Now, usually the Lunar New Year event is like late January, like January 28th or so. If I'm not mistaken. So yeah, you really do want that done. It's gonna make it a lot. It's gonna allow you to get that Shaman encounter, but you only have, you know, a week every 1 year to get. So definitely get that done. Is Shaman Hunt similar to legendary dogs, or what is that encounter like? Noob? No, it's a fair. Dude, you have to learn somehow. It's not a noob question. You're good. Can you explain what the tablet grind is? So yeah, 2 questions on it. The tablet grind. How do I explain this? Did you guys play any other events? Did you play the Halloween event? It's a good example. So during the Halloween event, and I have a video guide on it. Thank you. Yeah, that helps the most. If you just go watch the guide, that'll probably give you the best information. The tablet grind was essentially like, there was random tablets that would spawn around the map every 20 minutes or so, and you could only get X amount of tablets every couple minutes. It's a mandatory like 16-hour grind before you're even able to do Shaman. It's always around 16 hours. What the table grind is. Yeah, I'm working on it. Okay, the tablet grind, you have to listen to social calls. It's very similar to the Halloween event. The Halloween event mini bosses. If you did the Halloween event mini bosses, it's very similar. It's these like things that pop up that you have to watch out for calls for in my Discord, in global chat. Global chat's tough, but if you want to do that, global chat, team chats, like channel, like you have to be involved socially to some. You don't have to talk, but you have to watch chats to understand where the calls are at. And if I'm not mistaken, and go around and find all these tablets. And once you get like, is it 16 of each or 12 of each tablet? Something like that. You get rewarded with an encounter for each one. So if you get 12 of like the serpent tablet, it ends up being, are they static locations? They might be static locations. I don't think so. I don't think they're static. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. But essentially, yeah, you run around and collect everything. And once you get these, the static locations, you end up getting like a 12 serpent tablets. The 12th one will give you like a Gyarados hidden ability, alpha Gyarados encounter, stuff like that. Can you explain your setup for shiny hunting? Yes. So I have a Cute Charm lead Pokemon, a male Cute Charm, which increases the odds by 15% of getting the opposite gender. So it allows me to get more. So when I finally do find that shiny, it increases the odds of it being female, which is very good because it's cheaper to breed female shinies. Jynx is a female-only species, so it only really matters for Delibird, but it's still good. And then I have my Catching Breloom in the back to allow for an easier catching time, False Swipe Spore, Poison Heal Toxic Orb. Rampardos is here for like alphas or like flexing. You don't really need him. Hoppip is my Sweet Scent Pokemon. Allows me to cast Sweet Scent. And then Quagsire is my dig Pokemon to dig out of this cave, as well as a damp Pokemon. Just if I misstep and run into like an explosion mod in the cave on accident, having a damp Pokemon on you is almost always good. That's a great question. I can like go through the full Pokemon inventory and break down the utility of each Pokemon. All of them have some sort of use, except for Rampardos. But the Flex Mon, I guess, is the utility. That was a good question, man. I appreciate it. Okay, Pokedex is whispering me this 2013 Flareon comp. I'm excited to see this. Hardy Nature is not great. 2 times 31 though. Like, as shit as this seems, as bad as this seems, this was not a comp. This was not a comp because of the moveset is how you know. Yeah, this is definitely not a comp. This was definitely used in the storyline. Yeah, someone used it in the storyline. So strange. It's not EV trained. Even back then, they would have EV trained properly. This was a storyline Pokemon for sure, but still cool to see. Very nostalgic. Yeah, level 71. Level 71, it couldn't be used in anything back then. So back then, comps had to be 50 or 100. Those were the 2 tiers of PvP. There was level 50 tournaments, there was level 100s. That was it. There was like, and if you leveled a comp from 50 to 51 on accident, it was now unusable, and you had to level it to 100 to even begin to use it again. Because that was a huge thing, because there was no like scaling down from tournaments. That's why things like Tyranitar and things like Dragonite were pushed to 100. They evolved at level 55, so they were pushed to the hundreds tier. You never had to play against T-Tar or Dragonite at 50s, so you had like different. It was very, very interesting. Like certain Pokemon couldn't be to certain tiers. It was very, very interesting history. This is actually such a good question, Rumel. Rumel said, "Is Trubbish a single phase anywhere?" He is at Ponyard. If you ever want to shiny hunt Ponyard or Bisharp, you should do that shunt first, as opposed to, I think you can get shiny Garbodor there, right? You should do that shunt first, as opposed to doing yeah, the Trubbish ×3 horde shunt. Yeah, do it like the correct order. It's always good to like try, if you care about long-term shunting and like macro efficiency shunting, it's good to like do correct locations at the correct time and stuff. 9,000 encounters, by the way, huge milestone. Hoping to hit 10k today. Pog. Pat, you prefer shiny Minchino over Cinchino? I think so. I'm pretty sure Cinchino doesn't look like there's not much of a change, if I'm not mistaken. Versus at least Minchino is pink. I'm pretty sure shiny Cinchino has like not much of a change. Okay, to be fair, it's more than I expected. But yeah, I'm a hard Minchino guy. If these are my options, like this for, oh yeah, I'm a hard, at least Minchino's pink. I'm a hard Minchino. Now I might still make, I have a Minchino and a Cinchino, or sorry, I have 2 Minchinos. So I'll make one of them a Cinchino at some point, probably competitive. I'll probably make one of them into like a comp. Like this one's 2 times 30. I think I bred this one. Like this one it's naughty nature. That could work. I could make this, but it's Cute Charm and it's my Cute Charmer is the issue. And for competitive, I need it to be Still Link. So there's a couple things here. Or Technician? Which one do you go? I don't remember. You might go, I'm not sure. But I'll make one of them competitive at some point. But right now I use it as my Cute. I can't use it as a shiny Cute Charmer if I do that. So once I get another shiny Cute Charmer, then I'll retire this as a competitive and make it a Cinchino. This is such a good take on Toads. I really like Rampardos having Mold Breaker, okay? Mold Breaker is a great ability. I actually really like it. But it not having Rock Head is criminal. Like, look at it. Come on. You're spot on. Him not having access to Rock Head is crazy. I'm gonna be honest. I have bad news, okay? I lied to you guys. I'm sorry. I really wanted to hit 10k encounters before ending stream today, but due to an awkward timing thing, Casey's here. I gotta do some stuff. I love you guys. I'm gonna call it here. I'm sorry. I streamed a lot this week, to be fair. 3.5 hour stream still today. 3.5 hour stream, and I streamed like multiple 5-hour, 6-hour days this week. Boosting. I know. I'll take the memes. I know. Thank you guys for watching still. I do really fucking appreciate it. Hopefully it was entertaining enough. I might stream tomorrow for a little bit too. Friday, so extra stream, possibly make it up to you guys, question mark. Like the video if you enjoyed it, dislike if not, subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos. I upload every single day, 365 days a year. I've done that for like past 2 years now, which is cool. Twitch, I stream Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord link down below if you're interested in that, and if you want to go above and beyond like many of you have done over the past couple days during the holidays. It's been unbelievable. Thank you so much. Twitch primes, Twitch subs, YouTube memberships, and PayPal/Venmo donations do help out a ton. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Much love to you all. Have a good one. Good luck on your shinies. And just have a good time with Pokemon. Peace, SINNOH.
Yo, Patrouski here. Firstly, thank you so much for watching till the very end of the video. I truly hope it was worth your time today. And secondly, thanks to everybody whose name is listed here. You guys all go above and beyond and allow me to make daily content. Thanks again. Have a great day.